Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I got a little bit of a disaster going on back there with Sung Jinwoo. So if you guys seen that video, you know that clearly there was some issues with that base. Yeah, it doesn't quite stay on, and I've had it actually sitting kind of high. Kind of dangerously because it's actually above my computer and stuff, but I've had it there since pretty much I did the unboxing. Haven't had any issues with it. It's actually pretty much been stable up there. Right now that I try to bring it down and kind of display it, I was having such an issue with it, I literally gave up. I feel like I haven't done it, but I feel like in order for this specific figure to stay up, I have to glue it at this point. I don't know if this little moon thing is uneven, which is why it was causing it to like keep falling down, but I just couldn't keep it up. It was so annoying. So I said, whatever, just display it like that, so you guys can see the disaster that figure is. Well, okay, not disaster. The figure is actually pretty cool. Base is actually really cool. I just think that this part over here where it like connects to the base, it's probably not the right size, so it doesn't actually like not click, but it doesn't sit pretty well, and might be kind of loose, and that's why the figure just kind of falls off. Yeah, I don't know, it kind of sucks. But anyways, I was trying to put that figure there because, well, today I have another Sung Jinwoo figure, and obviously every time I do a specific figure from a series, I like to put another figure from that series and whatnot. Unfortunately, that's what I could display. So yeah, that actually pretty much sucks. So, but anyways, today's figure, like I mentioned, Sung Jinwoo. This is a figure from FuRyu. It is a Trio-Try-iT figure. Actually, these figures are pretty good from what I've heard, and I say from what I've heard because I don't think. Yeah, I could be wrong. I might have opened another Trio-Try-iT figure in the past, but I do not actually remember. So many figures now. Yeah, I don't remember, to be honest. So this probably is either my first or maybe second Trio-Try-iT figure. Again, I've heard these are pretty good. It is from FuRyu, which usually has some pretty good price figures. So I think this figure is going to look pretty good. The figure itself is pretty simple. It's just Sung Jinwoo walking, looking kind of badass. I'm not gonna lie. The base kind of cool too. You can see here that it's not just a regular base. It has these like things here showing like that, right? So that actually, adds on to the base. I've always talked about that. He doesn't look like he's carrying any weapon or anything. He's just basically just walking with, I'd say, pretty good fit. I actually like that. Kind of really cool, to be honest. I'm assuming that the color on this outfit is gonna stand out different from that one. I don't quite remember what. Yeah, I don't know which company that one's from, but yeah, let's just get into it and let's take a look and see how this figure comes out. All right, let's go ahead, open this. All right, a lot of bubble wrap. So let's cut this up. I think this might be, yeah, it's gonna be like, yeah, I knew it. It's gonna be like this big long thing. where eventually the figure slides out, kind of like I mean, which makes sense, right? The Bike Cube bunnies, they basically come like this, so makes sense. Cool thing is, I've learned from this, right? So the thing is here, it's actually here, but you just kind of let it slide. See, boom, and it comes out. There you go, right? Same thing with the figure. The figure coming in one piece, really nothing to put together, anything like that. So kind of cool. But let me show you this base, because like I mentioned, kind of cool, right? It's not just a basic round base, although I mean it is, but you know, it has these little things that are actually pretty sharp, can actually stab you a little bit, but really cool. I like that, you know, it has that. It actually makes it look a little bit different. I mean, paint on it's kind of cool, not bad, pretty good. I mean, not gonna lie. Now the figure itself, I'm about to show you right now.
Arise.
Boom. Sung Jinwoo. On the camera, it actually looks like his clothes is a little bit darker, but it's a little bit lighter than what it's on the camera. At least from what I can see right now. I don't know, maybe later it'll change. There's one of his shoes with the flame thing or whatever that is. Again, pretty standard outfit. I will say that the shirt is not as white. Here you can kind of see a little bit of a shade of blue on there. I don't know if that's from like scuffing or something. I don't know if that's how they were trying to make it. I mean, this outfit, again, very basic, really not much to say. It kind of reminds me of like Mashal, right? Their school uniform, pretty standard. Actually looks kind of the same. The only difference is the shirt is different, and you know, the Mashal will have a tie and whatnot. But I mean, it's very, very simple, but very nice, not bad. I mean, face looks good, hair looks fine. I mean, I was trying to think like whether this is that bad, you know, enough to say like, you know, get a point off or something for that. But it's, I don't know, man. I'm trying to think. No, I think it's fine. It's I will say it's probably, you know, based on what I've heard on Trio-Try-iT, I would think that it's a little bit better, but it's not bad either, right? Again, it's a very simple figure, nothing too crazy, so really not much to judge, at least from what I've seen. It's pretty standard. Maybe if anything, again, painting on the shirt, on the pants, maybe it could have been a little bit better. On this like jacket, it's actually pretty good. There's like different kind of shades of this like blue. So I mean, that's kind of cool. But the pants, I don't know, could have been maybe a little bit better. The shirt too, I wish it was, I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to be white or kind of like grayish. It kind of does look grayish on that one. But again, a little bit of scuffing here that kind of, you know, makes me feel like the quality control's a little bit not that good. Other than that, the figure is actually pretty good. I actually like it. It's a pretty good size. I would say, no, it's probably the same size as the other one. Although I like the other one just because, you know, it has the actual weapons, and that's kind of cool. Maybe if they would have added a weapon to this one, it would have been a little bit better. But other than that, I think it's fine. I mean, maybe you might say his face doesn't really look a lot like, I mean, it looks like Sung Jinwoo, but you know, maybe it's not as accurate. You know, you might say that. I think it looks fine, so whatever. So You know what? I think I'm gonna give this one a 4, just because, again, some of the painting not that great. The thing on the shirt too, a little bit of a quality control issue there, probably, if anything. Other than that, the figure does look good. If it wasn't for that, I'd say this figure is pretty decent. I was, like I said, I was expecting, not hoping, sorry, I was expecting for a little bit better. But I mean, for a price figure, it's not bad. And if it's a figure that you wanna collect to display, it looks good. That one looks really great. I just, you know, the base issue, which is kind of annoying. But other than that, it's really cool. Cool pose, you know, cool swords and everything. The base is awesome as well. So I personally would choose that one over this one. Even though that one gets me mad, you know, you could just glue it and I think you'll be fine. But this is a 4. Still a good figure. Could have been better. Maybe throw a weapon in there. Probably would have made it a little bit better too. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I have. It's just Sung Jinwoo from Solo Leveling Season 2 going on right now. Let's see how that turns out. All right. Well, that's it. I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.